problems for people trying to get into the United States. Channel 2 Sophia Beausoleil is live at Bush Airport to break down what we need to know. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, right now we are inside Terminal E, and behind me is where people arrive from those international flights. And you may remember a couple months back, this whole area was filled with protesters with the first installation of the travel ban. So earlier this week, the U.S. Supreme Court announced that it would place part of President Trump's ban, and the High Court will have a full review of that ban in October and will also listen to oral arguments. So here's what you need to know, the specifics when it comes to this ban. The U.S. Supreme Court says foreigners traveling from those 6 countries will have to prove that they have a bona fide relationship with someone here in the States, meaning they're either married to somebody or they're parent of somebody who is an American citizen. Now, when it comes to other exemptions, that includes U.S. universities. If someone is a foreigner, they have to prove that they are attending school here in the States, along with if they are an employee of a company, they will also have to prove that too. Now, the court's ruling allows a 90-day ban on foreign travelers from Iran, Syria, Sudan, Somalia, Libya, and Yemen, as well as a 120-day ban on refugees. And Homeland Security says the point of the ban is to keep American citizens safe. They will also tighten security measures, and they will also say that you should expect enhanced security measures when it comes to electronic devices.
Make no mistake, our enemies are constantly working to find new methods for disguising explosives, recruiting insiders, and hijacking aircraft.
So you may be wondering, how do extended family members fit into this, meaning aunties, uncles, grandparents, and cousins? Well, they are not considered close relationships, so they are not part of the people that could be able to come into the country. It's only for people who are spouses or who can prove that they are parents of people here in the United States. Now, when it comes to people who are critics of this, they are getting all their legal teams ready just in case if there's a repeat when it comes to all the chaos at the airports. Reporting live from Bush Intercontinental Airport, Sophia Beausoleil, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Sophia, thanks so much for all that great information. We'll talk to you a little bit later. 6:35 on the clock now. New this morning, a suspected